Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a long time. It's been about a week since the last time we went live. So I do apologize. I doubt in the future we will ever take a break this long. Let me make sure my mic is properly working. Hang on. And I have a good explanation. All right, we're good. So I got a good explanation, right? So I've been working on a lot in the background on some stuff, right? So I've been working on a few websites and a few apps. And let me show you what I've been working on. It's really, really cool. Let me turn my notifications off. Hang on. All right, so check this out. So, as you know, we go through mobile technology news, discussions, topics, stuff like that. And I typically pull our topics from publications online, such as Android Central, such as Next Pit, such as what are the other ones? Sam Mobile, stuff like that, right? So online publications in regards to technology. So I was thinking, why don't I just instead of pulling it from third-party publications, why don't I build my own website and pull it from my own website, so I don't have to promote other platforms. I can basically create websites, applications, and then we can pull the news and topics from there, right? So I can cross promote, and I will fully own 100% not only this channel but the website and application as well. So I do have a couple of websites up and running and available at the moment. This probably be the last day we pull topics from a third-party source. I think starting tomorrow we'll start to pull them from our website, right? And it's not just my website, it's y'all's website too, because I want y'all are gonna have major input on the site, the topics it covers, the categories it covers, and we're going to make it very interactive, right? So we're going to have, we typically do drawings, giveaways here on the channel. I think I'm going to move that to the website. So when and if you want to enter, you can simply enter at the website. And then when we do the drawings, we can do it live on air, just to make it fair. So check this out. I already got the domain going. Here is the first one. Now this is the eSIM Studios website. It's a basic website. It looks cool. Basic website. My second one is the big one. So check this out. Let's share the screen here. eSIMstudios.com. Previously, before this week, it was for advertisers. For people that wanted to advertise on the channel, they could go there and see some of our, statistics as far as advertising stats, viewership stats, stuff like that. But I wanted to turn it into instead of the advertisers, I wanted to turn it into something you can view. So check this out. So here is the new eSIMstudios.com. We have now both of these that I'm going to show you are not 100% completed. I'm still working on them, right? So after this live stream, I'm going to continue building this out. It's about 90% done. There's just a few things here or there that I need to add, clean up, but it's to a point where it's presentable, right? So here, eSIM Studios basically covers not just Android, it covers all. Now, as you know, we kind of focus on the Android side when it comes to phones, but this will include iPhone, iOS, Apple products, all that good stuff. You got a toggle up here. You can turn it white, you can turn it dark. In articles that I write, I love to write. I was always stronger in my English classes compared to math classes. So I love to write. I love graphics. I love art. Went to a art institute as well. So it looks pretty cool, right? So it looks fairly neat. Contact form. You have different sections down here that I will place, like the mini PCs that I have and reviews will go here. And you get the popular articles, the most articles that people click on down here. See, this is for, I still got to fill some of this stuff out, but it's presentable right now. Powered by the eSIMstudios.com website, is powered by Google Blogger with a custom skin on there, or a custom theme, I guess you could say, that we built out. That's what took so long, right? This stuff takes forever to look at. I'm new. I had to learn coding by myself, right? YouTube University. So I did all this by myself. Didn't reach out to anybody. Didn't go to Fiverr for anything. Did all this by myself. So that's why I was off here for 5, 6, 7 days. So there's the first one, eSIMstudios.com. Please visit. Please bookmark it. I will have links in our social media bios. I'll have this link as well as some others. If you can't remember the name, you shall see the links in our social media platform, on all the platforms, right? So here's the first one. Now the second one is the big one as far as where it will go and where it could go. This is a little project that we can connect to the YouTube channel here. But this next one is TechFlow.news. TechFlow News. So we're going to have all of these stories here, right here, and I'm going to link this. I'll link this in the description. As you can tell, very nice. Like there's a couple of articles here that they automatically generated the photos. So I like I said, about 90% done. So I need to take those off and stuff like that. So very cool, very excited. So I'll have all the links in the description. Actually, I think I have them right now. I already put the links in the description box below. So we'll have everything down there for you. And as you can tell, let me take this banner off. At the bottom, boom. So check that out. Very cool. I have the link in the description, as I mentioned, and we will pull news from there from now on. So very cool. Very exciting. So let's get into it now. It's been a very, very busy week. There's been a lot of stuff going on. We got updates. We got a lot of updates. So basically, all the devices I have got software updates, got Google Play Services updates, and got a boatload of application updates. I think this week alone was, I can't remember, a 5, 6, 7 day span where I had more updates. I mean, it was absolutely insane. So that's a good problem to have. Well, it's not a problem. It's a good thing to have these devices updated, right? These are very expensive, and no matter what device you choose, gotta get updated, continually updated, not only for usability but for new features, for security, right? That's the number one thing, security. So not only did we get updates, but we got news. We got big news. We got Pixel news, big Pixel news. We got iPhone news, pretty big iPhone news. And I got some good news on a device that I've been reviewing. So let me clear my throat just for a second before we get into it. Pollen here is at an extreme level today, so thank God I don't have a headache, but my throat's a little scratchy, so bear with me. Give me just 1 second. Okay, we're back. So, to wrap the introduction up, 2 new websites that I built from the ground up. techflow.news, which we're looking at right now, that you can get. Oh, check this out. We're going to have not only news, right? It's going to have the latest headlines in mobile technology, consumer electronics. I'm also going to post how-to. We're going to have guides. We're going to have a forum for people that want to join the forum and basically discuss tech, talk tech. If you have any issues or problems, I kind of like, I'm not going to say like Reddit, but I'm going to include, I don't think I have it on there now, I'm going to include a forum for members that want to talk tech, right? Or discuss stuff or have questions. I'm going to have a video section where I'll have how-to videos, how to do this, how to do this, everything from simple stuff, from how to update my phone to how to update my in a specific app. I'm gonna put how to flash new firmware on there, right? Let's say you turn your phone on and you get a blank screen one day. It's happened before. It's happened to me. I'll have guides on how to restore your phone. We're gonna have custom ROM. As many of y'all might not know, but I used to be a flashaholic. Maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago when that was popular, flashing ROMs and different firmwares on your phones. I used to tinker a little bit with custom firmware and stuff like that, but we're gonna build it out. We're gonna continue to build it out. So it's about 90% done, but we're gonna add. It's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be like your one-stop shop website for everything consumer electronics technology. I'm gonna have deals. I get a ton of deals for viewers for my Google. What is it? I'm a member of the Pixel Superfans. They throw me discounts all the time. If y'all was subscribed to my channel, Google sends me $50 promo codes for users to use off of buying phones. So I'll have a section of like the best of section, like best gaming chairs, best phones when it comes to prices, right? If you don't want to, best mid-range phones. So, look, I'm the only editor. I'm the only person. So everything you see on the website is going to be from me. I don't have anybody helping me. I don't have any writers. I don't have any developers. It's me. So everything you see on here will be from me. And but I do need your help. I do need your input. If something doesn't look good, or hey, this something won't work for me on my end, please reach out to me. Please let me know. And very interactive. It's going to be everybody. It's going to be our website, our technology website. But I wanted to give it a different branding name. Separate from eSIM Studios, because the eSIM Studios was born and built on YouTube, and then I'm basically doing the opposite. I'm gonna build a whole nother entity with the TechFlow and build it up website ground up. And I've already made a YouTube channel for it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But I've already made it, so nobody can take the name. But we'll build that from the ground up, and everybody can get involved. So I would appreciate it if everybody would bookmark that. And I'm currently building out the mobile version for it, and we do have applications coming. So I'm very busy over here. I don't reach out for help. I take that back. Very rarely do I reach out for help. I do everything myself, right? If I don't know how to do something, I hop on YouTube and I learn. So I didn't know how to build a website, so I jumped on YouTube and I learned. I just watch a ton of videos. And even when I'm not watching, right? When I'm going around, when I'm doing yard work around the house or whatever, grilling outside, cooking dinner, I'm listening, right? 24/7. I fell asleep almost every day this week to certain HTML like short codes and coding and the basics. I'm not going to I need to learn just enough, right? But that's a good thing about YouTube. Everything's free. You can learn whatever you want. You can learn how to change your oil. You can learn how to change a tire. You can learn how to do makeup if you're a woman. You can learn how to build a website if you're me. So yeah, so this will be a fun project, something I've always wanted to do, something I absolutely love, and cannot wait to get everybody involved. So with that being said, let's jump into the news. What's going on, Mike? Salute to you, sir. Yes, Mike, if you're still there, when was it posted? 2:08. What time is it now? 2:19. It was 11 minutes ago. Yeah, if you can hear this, if you're still there, this will be this live. You can replay it. So actually, the algorithm for how YouTube works, they've gotten better, right? And the reason why I just started live streaming, because I've had this channel for over a year, but probably a year and a half, and never used to live. I just started live streaming. Long story short, to answer your question, Mike, yes, this will be to replay once this is done. And the point I was getting at is that YouTube, the algorithm for YouTube, how it works in the past, the way live streaming worked. So they change up stuff a lot. They were tweaking and optimizing their algorithm, right? What is the algorithm? It's basically how they feed you information. It's personalized for everybody. So each person's algorithm is different, right? So the YouTube has gotten much better at the replay for live streams, specifically live streaming. So in the past, I would say up to probably 3 months ago, if you missed a live stream, and let's say right now, if you missed this live stream and in 3 hours from now you get back on your phone, they would not push this live stream that was already played in your feed. You would actually have to physically go look for it, right? So you'd have to go to my channel and then slide over to the live section and then find this live and then play it. Now YouTube will actually put, once the live stream is done, if you missed it, it will suggest the previous last live stream into your feed. So it will remind you to watch it. So they've gotten a lot better at that. And that's one of the reasons why I feel more comfortable live streaming and stuff like that. Plus, in the technology sector of YouTube, nobody live streams, and I have no idea why. It's it's a love and hate relationship. Obviously, I love technology, but it annoys, it bugs the hell out of me. The tech channels on YouTube are so cookie cutter. They're so scripted. I'm not gonna say it's almost like they're fake. They're not, but we did a month ago saw the new report, and it was a legitimate article from a reputable, I can't remember the name of the source. I could find it, but whatever. What was it? 87% of promotional content on YouTube was not listed as promotional content. So what does that mean? That means a company paid a YouTuber to make a video about a subject or a service, but the YouTuber did not, on the back end, did not mark or select this is a promotional video, meaning when the viewer watches it, they think the YouTuber is just talking openly and great about this product or service, and they have no idea that the company paid for them to say that, right? 87%. So 87 out of 100 videos, not going to say we're fake or misleading, but it is what it is, right? I think y'all can decipher what that means, but they've been getting a lot better as far as the algorithm goes. But this tech space is a bit. There's a couple of channels that I watch. All the other ones just drive me insane. Everything is scripted to the T. Like these guys, these big tech YouTube channels. I'm not going to name any names, but I mean, everybody can kind of figure out, who's who. But they actually hire writers. And this is probably common for a lot of bigger YouTube channels, but they hire writers, meaning they write a script out. They do multiple cuts, right? They have, this huge team where the final product looks like a freaking movie. Now, I don't mind that. Some of them look cool, very visually appealing, but it's not authentic. It's not real. It's fabricated. If they say one word wrong, whoop, cut that out. Put this clip in. And I'm over here saying all the time, but I didn't want a highly edited scripted YouTube channel. I wanted this to be real, authentic, and include everybody. That's why I'm live streaming. Just give everybody something different in the technology part of YouTube that it was frankly missing, right? So anyways, with that being said, let's roll over to the news. So let me get my website off of here. Now, Google Pixel. Man, oh man, I cannot wait for this device to get out. The closer we get to it, the more excited I get. So why am I excited? So I do have some more iPhone users watching the channel. I don't hate iPhone. I don't hate Apple. I just don't like to use the products. I think they look great. But when you start using them, that's when my interest drops through the floor. It actually goes way, way, way through the floor. It actually goes probably to the depths of hell, because using an iPhone drives me insane. I'm not going to shit on iPhone people, or because if you like your phone, you like your phone. That's cool. But for me personally, it drives me insane. The operating system on Android seems way easier than on iPhone, but that's just me. But Pixel. So Pixel came out. They have this design that they started, kind of the sideways camera bar, right? Started with the Pixel 6. In the past, they would have cameras that look like this, kind of up and down cameras, right? Circular. They came out with this camera bar on the Pixel 6. And then with the Pixel 7, Pixel 8, every generation, they kind of tweak it a little bit. But this Pixel 9 series is going to be where they finally put the finishing touch on the look and feel of their Pixel line. So they refined the camera bar on the back, as you can see here. Very nice. And what I am most excited about is it's going to be flat sides. Now, this is not the Pixel. This is the Nothing phone, right? 2. But it's going to have flat sides. All these, for years and years and years, I have been hoping, and every night when I go to sleep, I lay my head on my pillow and I ask the good Lord to please, please, please make these Android phones flat on the sides. I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not. Well, I definitely don't do that. It's tongue in cheek. I don't do that, but I'm just trying to give you an example of how much I wished my dreams would come true. And over the last 6-7 months, my dreams have been coming true. So no more rounded edges for the Pixel 9. And we'll get to the news. I'm just kind of laying the foundation here, right? So, Pixel 8. This is the Pixel 8 Pro. You see the camera bar in the back I was talking about. Now, you see how this is different? The camera bar reaches from side to side, all the way from this side, all the way to that side. And look at this. This one here kind of stops right on the back, right? Doesn't touch the sides, which I like. It looks very nice, very sleek. But the big improvement is this one's rounded. This one's rounded on the sides. See how it's round? As far as the mid frame, the border of the phone, it's round, right? But look at this. This phone is completely flat. Looks like an iPhone, right? Well, the Nothing phone was the very first. Well, I'll take that back. Not the very first Android phone. to have flat sides, but of significance. So after the Nothing phone went with the flat sides, to me, again, personal preference, to me, looks fantastic. And then the Samsung went flat sides for their S24 series. And then Pixel said, well, I guess we got to get on the bandwagon. And they're changing from the rounded sides of the Pixel 8 series to this new Pixel 9, which let me pull up here. So this new Pixel 9 series will have flat sides and look phenomenal. Now that's not only the news that we got. We've known that for a couple months now, and it's cool because Google leaks their own products. Really, every company leaks their stuff to a leaker, so to speak. Right? There's more notable ones on Twitter or X, but Google actually puts out their own leaks, which I love. The big news. Oh, good. You're going to check that out, Mike? Okay. Yeah, here, whenever you want to replay this, it should pop. Just go to our channel or search eSIM Studios. It should be the first thing that pops up, because I'm not going to upload after this is over, I'm not going to upload anything else, right? So this should be the last piece of content that our channel has uploaded or streamed. So when you type in eSIM Studios, this should be one of the first things, or should be the first thing that pops up. So episode 54. So yes, thank you. And I'm trying to do better on my side, production side, for the replay value. If you're unaware, I'm sorry to take a little side note. Our podcast, this is the live stream. I call this a podcast because what I do is I take this once we're done with this live stream, I'll download the audio, and then I'll upload the audio to all the major platforms. So you can actually search for eSIM Studios on Apple Podcasts. We have a podcast on Apple Podcasts. We have a podcast on every platform: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, everywhere you can get a podcast. We were just certified this week, an official podcast. I know that sounds weird, but yes, there you can actually get certified. They check you out. They look at your statistics. They check out your audio quality, your setup, and they approve you. I think I put a community post out about that. And our audio podcast is trending in the Philippines. We're number 32 in technology podcasts. Yes, of all places, the Philippines. So everybody, and we're also ranking in India and Pakistan as well. So everybody listening over there, I want to say hello and thank you for listening to us. It means a lot. So look at this. Here's the community. Where is it? Yes, right here. So can y'all see that? Okay, so we were just certified by the podcast. Let's see. The eSIM Studios podcast has now been accepted and recognized and certified as an official podcast standard project. It's a mouthful. Pause. PSP, Podcast Standard Project. Certification recognizes studio quality audio productions that prioritize open podcast technology. It's open platform, But anyways, eSIM Studios podcast and available, across all. Yes, so this is a real thing. You can actually go to their website. They have a if you're a content creator, look, even if you just do YouTube channels, you can turn your YouTube channel into, or you don't have to turn it into, but you can obviously keep your YouTube channel, but you can modify the. You can also create a podcast, right? It's easy, and get it certified. And then so our eSIM Studios podcast is actually in a list of thousands of podcasts that are quote unquote certified. This is the worldwide standard, or they are becoming a worldwide standard. The certified podcast standards. You can look into it if you want to, but Anyways, I was just letting you know that, yes, we do have an audio podcast as well if you want to listen to us. Now, Spotify will have video and audio, just like you're watching now. But Apple Podcasts is just audio. Google Podcasts, just audio. But we are available. We're also on YouTube Music as well. So trying to just get us out there to as many platforms as possible. So if you want to hear your tech news, watch your tech news, you can. Anyways, sorry. Back to this. So we got news that there's going to be 3 Pixel 9 series this year. If you have been watching our channel, this is not news to us, the ones that have been watching this channel. We've known this. I've put out the Google Pixel roadmap, meaning Google's plans for this device, their roadmap for the next few years. We've known this is going to become a reality. It's just it's basically confirmed right now, right? But we've known this for a while. So what they're doing is the 3 models that are coming out. They're going to have a small Pixel, right? Like the Pixel 8 right now. They're going to have a smaller one, right? And then they're going to have another small Pixel. And then they're going to have a big Pro Pixel or XL Pixel, right? So right now they have the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, you would think that with the high prices you're paying, that the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro would have the same specs. The smaller one is just smaller in size, but that's unfortunately not the case. The smaller Pixel traditionally has had lesser specs, performs less. Just the hardware that they put in, that they actually physically make the phone out of, is not as good as their Pro model. This year they're going to change that. So they're going to keep their base Pixel series. So they have your Pixel 9, as I mentioned, but they're going to make a Pro version of the small Pixel as well. So you're going to have a Pixel 9. You're going to have a Pixel 9, sort of like what Apple does with their iPhone. So Apple has an iPhone 15, and then they have the 15 Pro, right? So you got a small one, and you got a small one with all badass specs. And then they're going to have a bigger, the name changing, you know what? Because they used to go by XL. What was it? Pixel 3 XL, Pixel 4 XL. And then when they switched to this style of phone, starting at the Pixel 6, they went to Pro. So the bigger one was the Pro, smaller one was just the Pixel. This year, I think they're going to change the names, because if you do a Pixel 9 and a Pixel 9 Pro that are both small, like, well, what are they going to name the big one? Because you would think the big one would be named Pro from previous years. Well, I think they're going to go with like Pro XL, Pixel 9 Pro XL. I don't care how they name it. I just want them to put these devices out now. It's interesting because this was not in the road. Well, I take that back. 2 years from now, it is in the roadmap to add a 4th Pixel. Now, does that Pixel mean, are they really going to follow Apple's footprint and do 2 models, a big model and a small model, but have base models and then Pro models? So you have let's just say for the Pixel 10, you have a Pixel 10, which is small, Pixel 10 Pro, small. Then you have a Pixel 10 XL, and then Pixel 10 Pro XL. I think that was the roadmap that they're going to do. Anyways, you do get a 3rd Pixel, which is great news for a lot of people. There's a ton of people online. I know personally people that love Pixel, but want them to put the top-notch specs in the smaller device. I've typically always gone for the bigger device, just because it has the extra camera on it, right? This year, the Pro model in the small version is going to have that extra camera. So, yes, they listen. Look, being part of Google Pixel superfans and officially hashtag Team Pixel, they do. I tell people this, people don't believe me. They do. They ask members of Team Pixel and super fans. They ask our opinion. They reach out to me a couple times a year. Questionnaires. I've even done a video conference over meet with somebody at Team Pixel. They ask me questions, basic questions. Do you like this? Do you like that? Would you prefer this over that? You know, they know kind of what direction they want to go. They want to get, but they just need to know. They have a number of options in which they can go, and they're getting everybody's or whoever's in the club, Pixel Club, getting our opinions and what we would like to see. So they do listen, and I believe this is right on par. I think this should satisfy a ton of people, especially with the way it looks. I think it's going to be badass. I cannot wait. Now, they come out in October, late October. So let's see. Let's take a look. So it's going to have flat display. Yes, we knew that. Centered selfie camera. We knew that. Volume keys are going to be placed on the right side. Yes, that's where they're at right now. The smartphone will measure. The smartphone will feature just over a 6-inch display, slightly smaller than the Pixel 9 Pro 6.1-inch display. So it's going to be a relatively compact phone, but it's going to pack a lot of punch. Again, I know a ton of people that are very excited about this. I'm probably still going to get the Pro XL, the bigger version. But you know what? I take that back. I might have to get this small one because this will be the new kid on the block. I'm telling you, it's going to be a huge hit. They're going to sell a ton of these. Very nice looking, right? So they have multiple colors. I think there's 4 colors, right? Very nice. I know people are saying, "Oh, it looks like an iPhone." It does, but like I said, so what? It looks good, right? Like that doesn't bother me that they're making it look like an. Let me tell you the truth. There's only so many ways you can make a phone, and getting into what are we? I mean, cell phones have been around even since the old brick phones, right? From the the 90s, the old brick phones, the huge ones with the big ass antenna. We've been having phones for cell phones for 30 years. And we're at a point where there's only so much you can do. I'm not making excuses for Google. This is my personal opinion. There's only so much you can do to modify and change the physical way a device looks. Now, they've tinkered with a lot of different options and designs and stuff like that, right? And what they have not done is go with the flat sides. So, it is what it is. I love it, and I think you will too. So, it should be here in a few months. 6 months? Yeah. So, let's get on to what do we got? To the next news. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so Pixel 9, we just got done reviewing the new model that they are putting out, and they are actually, this made news, made headlines, but I already knew the reasoning and or science behind it. Let me change this up. There we go. So So check this out. So they explain, Google executive in the Pixel department explains how Google is creating their update process for the next 7 years. So just a brief history. Forever, our updates were basic. Now depends on what manufacturer you have. Now Google, since they own the Android Android-based software, it's up to the manufacturers of how long they're going to support it. Now, the chipset involved, meaning the CPU, plays a huge part in it, but there's a minimum requirement. If I were going to start a new phone company and eSIM Studios phone, and I want to have Android on there, I have to sign an agreement with Google to obviously have Google Play services, the Play Store, Android, use Android, and sell it on my device. I'm required a minimum of 2 years software updates and 3 years of security updates. That's the minimum. And then where you go from there is up to you. So a lot of the cheaper phones stick to right around where that minimum is, right? But some of the other phone manufacturers that want to brag and, take a step up from the minimum, like nothing. I believe they are on a 3 or 4 year update cycle, so they're not on that base level. But we've been stuck on that 2 to 3 year upgrade software update cycle for years, probably 4 or 5 years. Like, it was just dead and stuck in the water. Now Google, I think, did 3 to 4 years in the past, and then it seems like in the last year or two, there's been a mad dash to support your devices longer. Now, I don't know how long you keep your device, because depending who you are, this is big news, right? Or it's not. To me, it's not, because I at most will go a year and then upgrade. In the past, it would be every 6 months. So the length of software updates does not matter to me. It does matter in the grand scheme of things, because if I sell my device, obviously the user that's going to have the device after me or after them, that will matter. So it does matter in the grand scheme of things. To me personally, it does not, but to you it might. If you upgrade every 3-4 years, I guess you can technically upgrade every 7 years now. Apple's always set the standard for updates, software updates supporting their devices, and now this year, finally, Android surpasses them. Now, I expect Apple to, with the release of the iPhone 16, I expect Apple to not only meet, but probably frog leap the Android updates as far as how long they're going to support each device, right, in the future. With these phones now, because in the past, I would say, no, any phone, probably 5 years ago, after 2 years, it's almost unusable. Now, with these phones, you can use them for multiple years and still be fine. I would not hang on to a phone for 7 years. I don't care who you are. I would say upgrade, in my opinion, upgrade probably after 5 years, but 7 years is stretching it, because check this out. You will have to change your battery. You will have to replace your battery after 4 or 5 years, and that's just a fact. I don't care what phone you have, Android, iPhone, tablet, iPad, Samsung tablet, battery will have to be replaced. The life cycles of these batteries, depending on how well you baby your device, and depending on your usage, you will have to replace your battery every 4 to 5 years. That's just standard practice, right? There's no way you can really stretch that out. It is what it is. Until we get newer battery technology, it is what it is. But I think they're getting cheaper, right? I think the battery replacement is probably $60 or $70, which is cheaper than buying a brand new device. But Google explains how and why they are updating, supporting their phones longer. And it's a no-brainer. It's because they are now starting to manufacture their own CPUs. As I mentioned in the beginning of this article, CPU plays a big part in how long you can update these devices. Just because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff as far as how it's written, the code, the platform it's on, the kernel it's on. There's a ton of stuff in the background that differentiates the amount of time a manufacturer can update a device. And this is basically bragging rights. But owning your own CPU, manufacturing your own CPU, building and structuring how it's coded is paramount in having more control over your device. And having more control over your own device that you manufacture allows them to support it longer. And that's a no-brainer, because that's what Apple's been doing. That's why Apple, for years, set the standard in update time as far as how long they will update their devices. As I mentioned, I think it was like 6 years. And just now, this year, some Android manufacturers surpassed that, right? Samsung, I think, is up to 7. Google's up to 7 with their Pixels. And that's just because they basically manufacture their own CPU. So they don't have to reach out to Qualcomm for extra support in 4 or 5 years. Say, hey, we want to continue supporting this. Can you help us out to support it? Whatever we need for this 4 or 5-year-old CPU, or the MediaTek, right? If you're nothing with this phone 2A. So it's a little interesting article. I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested in that. But that's basically what they're saying is in this article is we own the CPU, so that's how we can update it longer. Kind of a no-brainer, but it is what it is. So, speaking of updates, I got a ton of updates this past week. So, the Samsung S24 Ultra, big software update to the April patch, security patch. S24, same thing, April security patch. The Pixel 8 Pro, April security patch update. Nothing Phone 2, same thing. And the Phone 2A got 3 software updates in the last 2 weeks. Not to mention a boatload of application updates. So it is very good. Make sure everybody is secure on the latest security patch. And they also included not just Samsung, not just nothing. I think across the board there were camera improvements included in all of these updates. Excuse me. Give me a look. Hang on. It's pollen. How's it going, Sarah? Yes, thank you for joining us. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Our pollen here, oak pollen, I think is at an all-time high today. So it sucks, but at least I don't have a headache, right? Which I normally get with these allergy things. But yes, thank you for joining us. Right in about the middle. We discussed Pixel news. I'm not sure what where you joined in, but I introduced the websites that we're working on and some Pixel news. So now jumping into the S24 updates, and we got not only more secure devices with this software update, we also got instant slow motion with 480p resolution videos. Do I mess around with that a lot? I don't, but I think I will. I need to record some videos. So I will include everything that was included in this update. I'll upload a separate video on the S24 series, and then I will upload a video on this. This is the very first, I would say, real usage that I got out of this Phone 2A. We'll get to it in a second. But I will link this in the description. It has a long list of stuff that they updated. Nothing, on my end really noticeable as far as the operating system. Been using it as normal. This is my daily driver. This is what I use, the S24 Ultra, for everything. Basically, it's in my pocket 24/7. And I've been testing this for the last week with my second line. And I've noticed some improvements on this one. But as far as the Samsung goes, same great phone. Now, I have not necessarily tested the cameras a lot this week, but as I said a second ago, I intend on uploading a separate individual video on the camera updates for the S24 series devices. So please be on the lookout for that. Should be uploaded in the next day or two. But you get a long laundry list. Let's see, where is it? Oh, what do you know? It's in Korean. I thought they're supposed to translate it, no? Google Chrome? They're not going to translate it? I should have a pop-up. There we go. Translate. Okay. So what do we have here? Samsung Forum. So they also mentioned there is a Google Play System update. I thought I updated that. Is there another one? Let's see. I believe it's on the latest update. Google, not the software, but the actual Google Play services is currently on the March update, which is, I know we're rolling into April, but April's not here yet, so it is on the latest. So I believe this guy, I think I updated so many devices in the last few days. I knew it was one of them. So yes. Okay. So if you have not yet, again, they don't notify you. They do notify you for software updates, but for whatever reason, they do not notify you for Google Play Services update. So if you're unaware of that or don't know what that is, please go into your settings. And then when you get in your settings app, look for that little search icon and simply type in Google Play Services update. And then it will lead you to where you need to check or to where you need to go, right? Very important for your device. So the most notable upgrades, at least what Samsung claims, is optimization codes related to camera quality and usability have been applied. Stabilization applied to terminal operation. Okay. Google security patch applied. This is One UI version 6.1, and it was just under 800 megabytes. And it is the April 1st security patch. So if you have not yet, now this is for not only the Ultra, but for the Plus and the regular base S24 as well. So please check your devices for an update, and I will have the latest camera features and stuff like that for y'all in another video, right? Actually, you know what? Let's dig into this real quick. This might have us a detail of what was included. Let's see. Zoom shots. So zoom features that include subjects with texts and labels have been noticed to be a hit or miss in terms of clarity. So I like to play around a lot with my 100x zoom on my S24 Ultra. You can zoom all the way across a parking lot, yeah, right? And you can see a handicap sign literally hundreds of yards away. And I'll take a picture of that on a 100x zoom. Sometimes the photos come out, a little grainy. Sometimes they come out really good, where I can actually read the little text that's on a sign all the way across a huge parking lot. But it was hit or miss, like this article says. It appears that they have upgraded their algorithm to make those grainy photos a little more, give it a little more clarity. This update seemingly fixes that, and it appears the S24 Ultra is going to benefit the most because it has the better zoom cameras, right? It has those telephoto sensors on there. Samsung is also giving support to record videos in 480 by 480 pixel resolution under instant slow-mo mode. The feature uses AI to create and generate instant slow motion clips from photos. Cool. So that was not the only device that got updated. As I mentioned earlier, got a lot of updates, right? And the one that I was probably the most happy to see was this phone. Yes, the Nothing Phone 2A. Such a beautiful phone, such a joy to use. I felt really bad, right? Because they sent this to me and I basically left it on my desk for like a week. I'm very, very busy, and honestly, I had a lot of stuff going on. Not making excuses, but that's just what happened. So they sent it to me. I was like, cool. I added an account, checked it out, took a few photos, and then plopped it right down on my desk. But that was 2 weeks ago. This week, I've been using it nonstop. So I've had, as I mentioned, this is my daily driver. I always got it in my pocket, and this is my second phone line. I put it in here. I normally have it in my S24 Plus, but a week ago I put that SIM in here. I've been using this, right? Take it with me wherever I go. Running errands, in the house, whatever. I go outside, yard work, whatever. It's in my pocket. I could not be more happy about my experience with this device. But getting back to the software updates, it puts nothing in. Struggling to find, not struggling. I have plenty of words in my brain that I can use. I'm just trying to pick one. This puts them nothing in rare. In a rare group, I guess you could say, because look, this was $350. Well, it is $3. They sent this to me, but if you want to buy one, it's $350. And I honestly cannot think of a better way if you're looking to get a new phone. Right? There's some stipulations, right? Because we'll get into the T-Mobile thing, or the carriers, but assuming you have T-Mobile or Metro or Mint Mobile or any carrier that runs on the T-Mobile network will work in here perfectly fine. Verizon, I don't think works. AT&T doesn't really work, but T-Mobile is the lucky carrier, or any one of the other carriers that use T-Mobile. This, if you're looking to buy a really good phone, but you're on a budget, or you simply just don't have much money to spend on a new device, I would strongly suggest you consider this. So typically with mid-range phones, what do you get? I don't like using mid-range phones. I'm not going to say I was going to say I hate using mid-range phones. I do hate using them. I don't hate them because there is a purpose for mid-range phones. For people that just need something to talk and text on, make a phone call or two, that's who mid-range phones are for. And I stay away from them because performance-wise, they're very sluggish. The performance is horrible, especially if you load a ton of apps. Like I have a gazillion apps running in the background. I gotta have a high-performance phone, and that's why I stay away from mid-range phones. I have not noticed a difference. Now, I know that's a simple statement, but think about it. If I got all my accounts and apps that I have on here, on this phone, I have not noticed. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Now, if I if I installed all the apps and all my accounts, I got a ton of accounts. If I installed all my apps and put all my accounts on any mid-range phone you can think of, an A55 or A series from Samsung, or a OnePlus Nord, right? Or even like a Motorola. What do they have? The G? I don't know, because I don't really mess around with mid-range phones, so I don't really know what models are out there right now. If you loaded all the apps and accounts that I have on any other mid-range phone, it would basically lock up and freeze. And I'm not even joking. This phone is blazing fast. So I continually scratch my head. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I can't believe this is $350. I mean, no issues with the CPU. My cell service has been great. I'm getting 5G plus with T-Mobile, which is their getting their latest and greatest 5G frequencies here. A phenomenal experience, and it looks beautiful. So I will do a individual video review of this. But getting back to the updates, this has gotten 3 updates in the last 2 weeks. Now, why is that important? Because typically for mid-range phones, they put them on the back burner. Let's be honest. Motorola doesn't update their phones. Well, they do, but probably at the industry minimum. Samsung, they update their mid-range phones, but they obviously put priority on their flagship devices. OnePlus is somewhere in between Motorola and Samsung, where I think they're a few months behind every security patch, and just it's a downside of purchasing a mid-range phone is that the updates are non-existent, basically. Nothing pushing 3 updates to this device in 2 weeks not only tells you that they are committed to this device, and if you purchase this, they're basically telling you that they're committed for the long haul of improving the usability of this device and how the interaction between the user and the device. It also tells you that it's going to get better. There are, as excited and happy as I am with this device, it's going to get better. The Nothing Phone 2. If you remember, let's take a trip down memory lane, right? So when I got this last July, I wanted this so bad, right? Got it, boom, so excited. I did not like it one bit. The camera sucked. The operating system had glitches. It looked cool, but when you start using it, it was not a fun experience. Now, 8 months later, where we're sitting at right now, probably in my top 5 favorite phones of all time. That much improvement from one that I didn't want to use, that I absolutely hated, to one that I can't put down. And that shows you the level of commitment that Nothing is putting into their phones. And that tells me that if they can improve a device that I did not like at all to one of my favorites of all time, and just I started feeling that way about 6 months in, 6 months after 6 updates. Well, it was more than that, but you know what I mean. Turning things around every month, get a little better, get a little better, get a little better, and get a little better, to where we're at now. Tells you that there's more good things to come with this, that they're dedicated to the user experience. And that's what the industry has been missing, is when it comes to cell phones. There's the big boys, Samsung, Apple, and then you got Google, right? But what else is there? OnePlus, not so much anymore. Motorola, nope. I mean, whatever, they make the flip phones look cool, and a couple of devices, right? But not the Motorola that we all loved, 6-7 years ago. They've taken a step back, but that's my point. What else are you going to get? Them breaking into the market with a badass mid-range phone is an option for people that don't want to pay the $799 for their flagship. I cannot say enough. Now, camera improvements. This might be the biggest camera improvement I've ever seen across any device, a lifespan of one device. Cameras on here sucked when I first got this phone. You can go back into my video history, and I've documented everything, and I still have the video up there saying that I hate this thing, it sucks, and I do the comparison. We compare photos and image quality and all that stuff with other devices, and I show you why it sucks. I don't just say that, I show you. And then as of maybe 2 months ago, I did another camera review where we're at now between I think it was the S23 Ultra, S23 Ultra, Nothing Phone 2, and Pixel 8 Pro. There's some photos that it's hard to tell what phone took what photo. So that goes to tell you how much they've increased the image qualities on these cameras, on these sensors. So viable option if you're looking for a new nice flagship phone, or if you're looking for a inexpensive phone. They got you covered, right? And there's some benefits to this one, right? So this one's glass, front and back glass. It's nice, it's hefty, it's metal, it's made of metal, so it feels nice and premium, right? This one's plastic. However, it feels good. It doesn't feel, I mean, it is plastic, but it doesn't feel like the cheap plastic, but it's very, very, very light. It's like holding a feather in your hand, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So pros and cons to each. The major pro is this is $350 and you get a badass phone. So I will do a review of that in the next day or two. I'm going to get back and uploading content and stuff. So let's see. The update for the Nothing Phone 2A is Nothing OS 2.5.4.A for the A series. Oh, by the way, this blows away the A series Pixel. Yes. This, in my opinion, again, if you have T-Mobile, Mint Mobile, Metro, Google Fi, who else uses T-Mobile? There's a few others out there, right? I think Simple Mobile. If you have any of those, this would be perfect. This blows away I'm whispering because I know people at Pixel department watch our channel, so try not to hurt their feelings, but that beats the A series Pixel. It's better and it's cheaper. Okay, the only thing Pixel has over that is update life, which we just went over, right? So I think they're going to do 7 years for the new Pixel 8a. I think this one's at 4 years. I believe so. I'll look into it again. I believe this is 4 years, so not bad. I mean, you could definitely hold on to this for 4 years. CPU, which was my big question, has been erased. I have no issues, no stuttering, no nothing. Blazing fast, just absolutely a joy to use. Screen is better. Yes, the screen is better than the more expensive phone 2. Brighter, more vibrant. The speakers are loud as hell. Very clear, right? When you turn off all the way, it doesn't distort and get distorted audio. It's very loud, very clear. Anyways, I will upload a review of this and brag some more about it, but we can get into that in a later video. But here are some of the optimizations that came in this Nothing. Where are we? Nothing Phone 2A update. We have camera performance, improved portrait mode, improved or enhanced camera saturation and tone, general improvements, optimized compatibility with certain charging charging adapters? I didn't even notice that on there. Enhanced stability and compatibility with Bluetooth connections, bug fixes. I saw this one on Reddit, and I did not have this one, but I did see somebody mention this on Reddit. There was a I'm gonna activate all my devices. Hey Doodle. Did that activate them? No. There's a Hey Doodle bug where if you set it, it wouldn't activate the air command or voice command, but this update does fix that. Fixed a bug which caused fingerprint unlock to fail. I did not experience that. My fingerprint has been fine. Removed occasional sound of static noise in the receiver. Optimized the overall stability of the system. You know what I need to do? One of the downsides of the phone 2, not the one I'm showing you, but the phone 2, the more expensive one, and just came to my mind. Recording with this. So it does not support external microphones or cameras, basically, if you want to connect it through Type-C or over Bluetooth. I mean, your Bluetooth earbuds will work, but I mean like a microphone, like I'm talking into, it doesn't support it. I need to test. That's what I'll do. I'll need to test this new phone 2A. It has a different chipset. It has a different CPU in there. It does have a MediaTek CPU, brand new, customized just for, well, it's not brand new, but it's about a year old, but they tuned it and customized it for nothing. So technically it is a brand new CPU, but they could have updated the libs and the audio files and all that stuff in there. So, which is why I want to test this with recording, right? It could be a very, very, very good option, inexpensive option for anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel, why they want to start getting some recording done wherever you are. I will test that for you and check this out. This may be the best option, right? You get a $350 phone, badass phone, and then you get a $30, $40 external mic. You can use it as your camera and your mic. So we'll get into that later. But this update looks like it does improve a few subtle things, but important things, right? How am I not following nothing? That's incredible. Oh, this is on my other account. This is on my personal or my eSIM Studios account. That's why. Okay, check this out. iPhone news. I told you I got iPhone news. I gotta get out of here, but oh shit. I think I gotta go. Hang on one second. I may have to get out of here. Give me a second. I may need to yeah, I gotta go. All right, early exit. Well, we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes, but wait. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna wrap this up, but we will continue daily live streams, daily uploading of content. So my little break is over. Well, it wasn't a break, but my side projects are to the point where I can focus on eSIM Studios some more. So thank you for joining us. I really appreciate the time. I actually have a number of more stories to get into, but I'll save that for tomorrow. And if anything else pops up, any other headlines pop up, we'll include that as well. So join us tomorrow. Probably, I want to say maybe around the same time, probably about 4. I'm going to shoot for 4 p.m. Central Standard Time in the afternoon. But nonetheless, we will stream tomorrow. So please join us. I do thank you for joining us today. Please have a very safe rest of your Saturday. Enjoyable but safe Saturday. And then also check out eSIMstudios.com. And let me pull it up. Here's our new eSIMstudios.com. Got everything Android news, consumer electronics news. I got my audio podcast on there. I have a section for our videos, reviews, all sorts of stuff. And then we got this one, techflow.news, our new website. Dedicated to everything consumer electronics. We're going to have a forum on there for people to talk technology, discuss that. We're going to have how-tos on there. We're going to have a how-to section, how to restore your phone firmware-wise if it's bricked, how to install a custom ROM, how to, simple stuff, how to download a third-party app. And we're going to have a section for the best gaming chairs, best mini PCs. It's going to be your one-stop shop for everything mobile technology, consumer electronics. So I'm about 90% done with it. So bookmark, I have them linked in the description. Go ahead and go there, bookmark them, save them to your home screen, and you can help me build this out and make this a badass place for everything consumer electronics. So thank you for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.